That's right. Welcome in. Welcome back, folks, to a Notre Dame versus Tennessee State is uncharted territory, and it's weird to talk about, but we have some goals Notre Dame's got to achieve. Edition of the Always Irish Show. Thank you for being here. Obviously, you can find the program on YouTube. Do it. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Appreciate it very much. Give the video a thumbs up. That helps Johnny Boy out too. Notifications on. You and I both know why. That way you alerted every time a new episode drops. I know you don't want to miss it. Twitter. Search bar Always Irish Rat. Always Irish Inc. Emails alwaysirishnd@gmail.com. Audio only anywhere you want it. You can get it. The call-in lines. 312-988-15. You tell Johnny all you've heard and seen. Instagram, Facebook. We're there now. Always Irish Inc. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. As we turn the page from Navy to Tennessee State, which will be a new challenge for sure. I'm going to start here. I am just like this is a new experience. Notre Dame playing a team like this, from a division like this, from a conference like this. It's new for me too. And I'll be honest, I am struggling a little bit to find my objectives here. Like, I'm in between saying it's Tennessee State, it's a guaranteed blowout 100%, and I'm worried about what the second and third string look like for half the game. And me saying, don't marshal yourself again. Are you being an idiot by even talking about by halftime, have Hartman out and running all this other backup stuff? This is a new and unique challenge for Notre Dame and Notre Dame fans and for Notre Dame, the university. You know how I know that? They're promoting single game tickets to this game in Central Michigan on the radio in Chicago today. I'm not sure that's an every year thing, but I kind of get it, man. You got Ohio State and USC. Not a lot of people are gonna want to go to see you play Tennessee State, and it's 95 degrees. So they're struggling to sell out that game and then the Always Irish tailgate game. So this is just new, and it's weird to wrap your mind around, but I think I've done a decent job of it. Let's get into this. Let's start here. I do not like, in fact, I hate that Notre Dame's playing a non-FBS team. I liked bragging to all these other fan bases, whatever, Notre Dame plays 12 games, you play 11 or 10 or 9 or whatever. We don't do that, dropping down to get an easy win, blah, 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 blah. I've lived off that for 20 years of my existence on the internet. It's all over. It's all over. And to make it worse, not only is it all over, but USC's the last team standing now that's never gone down this path of scheduling a non-FBS. That adds insult to injury on that. So I don't like that Notre Dame's playing them, and it has nothing to do with who. It's just breaking that barrier at all. I just didn't want to do. So I guess I'll say that if you were going to break your tradition you had all this time, it's for a good cause. The HBCUs struggle with money. They're going to get a big payday out of this. There's a friendship there between Eddie George and Marcus from Ohio State. In case anybody didn't know, Eddie George, who used to shred Notre Dame up, is their head coach. So Freeman and him have that Ohio State history and all that. So at least if you're going to do it, it's going for a cause, because those schools are horribly underfunded perpetually and all that. So fine. I just never wanted Notre Dame to do it. It was something I had pride in. Maybe you don't. Maybe it doesn't matter to you like it did me. I had pride in that, and I never wanted to see it change, and it is. So that being said, that's water under the bridge. We're playing the game. Deal with it. When you schedule a team like this, you got to blow them out, and it's got to be like a huge blowout. No questions asked. Just that's it. This is a lower level than Marshall. And like, this is off the grid. It's off the grid. Like, we entered Marshall being like, oh, you got to blow them out, blah, blah, blah. Like, this is off the grid lower than that in terms of talent and depth and speed and all that. So that's number one. If you're going to go down this path, it's got to be a blowout. That's first and foremost. Got to say it right away. The crowd, it's going to be hot. Not a lot of excitement for this game or this team. I don't think that place will be full. Maybe they'll sell them all or give them to the high school or something. But that kind of leads me to a lame-o atmosphere. But I'm wondering if last week energizes people anyways. Like, even if they're miserable or not, we're playing Tennessee State. If they're excited enough about what Artman did that they're going to be more engaged, I'm open to that too. But it's just going to be a weird vibe for a first home game without a lot of fanfare. All right? You cannot schedule this game and struggle at all. You just can't. I don't think we will, but you just can't. Also, this is Notre Dame's second game. This is their first. Like, I don't even know if that matters when you're dealing with talent disparity this bad. But if there's any first game rust, first game timing, first game sloppiness, theoretically, Notre Dame should be done with theirs, and this team is doing it. So that's something as well. I mean, where do you start when you're looking at this? I mean, if there's any pressure, it's on Notre Dame to have this game over by halftime. Like, I'm sorry. If there's any pressure on anybody with any of this, it's to have this game over by halftime. Get the guys out. You don't want to get hurt. Get everybody else work. They averaged 18 points a game on offense last year. The defense allowed 25 a game. But who? I mean, they're hard to even research. 4-7 last year. Losses to teams I've never even heard of. Eastern Washington, Middle Tennessee, Lane. I have no idea what Lane is, but they lost to him last year. Murray State, Tennessee Martin, 42-0 lost to Southeast Missouri. I can't even map this onto like my world. It's at that big of a different level where I don't even feel like I have anything to compare it to. Notre Dame's just got to mow these guys down and then keep it moving. So this brings me to what Notre Dame's going to need to look at, worry about, do, not do. Number one, is there any jet lag, Navy hangover type stuff? That's one reason it is good that if you're going to schedule this game, you have it after Navy and after that Ireland trip. Any jet lag, any Navy hangover, even if there are some, Notre Dame should be able to overcome it in this situation and emerge victorious by a lot anyways. Was the Marshall lesson learned? That's another question I have. Are you going to sleepwalk and let an undermanned opponent rise up on you at your place? It shouldn't happen this time because they don't even have the talent Marshall has. But when your last experience at your first home game was that one, everybody within the Notre Dame program should be supremely aware of being on Marshall alert, given what happened last year, damn it. The third thing is, what does internally, Marcus Freeman and the staff, what do they feel Notre Dame needs to work on or prioritize here? You have the leeway to do that. This should be a game where you can work on some things and figure if it doesn't go perfect, it's not going to ruin the game or put us in jeopardy of losing or anything. So I hope Freeman and company have a good list of things they want to specifically push and try and work on and get that done in the first half, then get Artman out and see what Angeli and everybody else can do. I want to see second string linemen. I want to see more of those young receivers. I want to see D lineman rotation, whatever, work on all of it. Some of the objectives I would have: O-line continue to gel. Really good first effort, but they're going to get more rhythm together as they keep doing it. Continue that. I'm really interested to see what the defensive line and defense overall looks like against a more traditional offense. I'm going to say this right now. These guys should have trouble moving the ball. They should have real trouble moving the ball on us. And if we don't see them have almost no running game and a lot of pressure when they want to throw it, that would be a red flag to me. Like, Navy's unique to judge your defense against that offense. This is different. I want to see them against a more traditional setup. And there should be no running lanes, and we're killing them if they drop back to throw. That's what I need it to be when you're facing this level. Wide receivers, Hartman, that rhythm early on, work on that. Work on that. That is a work in progress. You want to make Merriweather feel better about himself after dropping the ball and having no catches last week and having younger guys rise up around him? Maybe a part of this plan this week is to draw up 5 or 6 plays just for Tobias to get him the ball, get him the ball in space, and let him build some confidence and make some moves out there. Okay? So maybe that's a part of the game plan. Maybe you want to test those 5 running backs, take Estime out of it, then the other guys. Maybe you want to try and get a better definition of that pecking order. It's going to be hard to keep 5 guys happy throughout the year. Maybe you want to do some things to see if that pecking order emerges. But any specific plays or things you want to work on or guys you want to put in a position to gain confidence this week, the first half's the time to go for it. And you need to blow them out to the point where pretty much the whole second half, your starters are out, everybody else is getting work. It's good for confidence. It's good for depth. It's good for injury preservation, all of that. I don't want Hartman in there the second half. All right? So whatever you want to work on, you need to work on and get it out of the way. You know, I mentioned a jet lag, a Navy hangover, a Marshall repeat. I don't even think it's possible with Hartman here. Like, I mean that. I don't think it's possible for Notre Dame to have a Stanford and a Marshall just because Sam Hartman's around and what he does and what he brings. I just think his competency level alone almost ensures that's not going to happen. But I need you to really work on a lot of things you want to work on to be able to get real work done against a team that's a real game, but it shouldn't really challenge you. You need to have your own marker. The scoreboard's going to be the scoreboard. You need to have your own checklist, note card of, all right, objective 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 before the half's up. Did we get this work in? Did we do what we needed to do? And then get them guys out of there. I don't want anybody getting hurt. I don't need Hartman out there when the game's out of doubt. Get him out of there. Preserve the beard. All right? Preserve that airline. So, I don't know what to say about this one. It's awkward. It's got to be a huge blowout. And Notre Dame's got to feel like they accomplished a lot on their checklist. And I want to say that this game, it's not Marshall. It's like physically impossible for us to blow this game at home and all that. It's just the talent says that. But the talent also said that when App State beat Michigan at the Big House to open a year. So I don't know, man. So very awkward week, very weird week. The energy's up overall for the year after what Notre Dame did against Navy, but down for this week. Like overall, yeah, people are still flying high about what's possible for Notre Dame. But for this week, there ain't no juice. There ain't no juice. You got to squeeze your own juice. So that means working on the things you need to work on and win big. I don't, this is very awkward, man. I don't want to disrespect this team or like downplay them. But at the same time, some of these realities are just the realities. This game needs to be over by half with everybody that I'm worried about safe on the bench in one piece. And then we go from there. And I'm going to finish on this. Look at where we're at. Year 2 of Freeman compared to year 1. It's night and day. Now, I understand we didn't play Ohio State week 1. I get that. I'm just saying the emotions, the vibes, the energy, the media reporting, the fan engagement, and all that. You're 1-0 instead of 0-1. And pretty soon, I think you're going to be 2-0 instead of 0-2. Good job. Like, I shouldn't even have to say that, but like, good job. That at least you flip those vibes. I don't care who you're playing. The difference of starting out undefeated or with a loss are different. Different. Keep in mind through this Tennessee State situation, keep this in mind. This week, NC State and the Always Irish tailgate game are all a part of the same mission. Building that ramp of confidence and competency and momentum building into Ohio State. That's what this needs to be. Do what you need to do. Get better every week. Master your objectives that you want to accomplish to get better in these games. This is all, this first chunk of the year, the first 4 games are all about building that momentum ramp straight to Ohio State. So the team's flying high, and so are we for that game. Take care of business. Take your business seriously this week. Get done all you need to get done and keep it moving. And then we worry about NC State, which I'm excited to get to that week because it's more of a true physical test. The first one Notre Dame's going to have. I'm really excited to break that one down, but we got to get through this one first. Stay healthy. Blow them out. Have a good one.